You might want to ask, what is the identity? Is it for real? Who is this person? Or who are these persons? Recall that one of the justice seekers, let me put it that way, said someone had called, and this person that called gave update on video evidence and audio of events that transpired, events leading to the demise of Mohbad and also the demise of Mohbad. This has been kept for a while. In fact, it was even established that Mohbad's father refused to do the needful. He refused to do anything about this information. He was more interested in donation, and he was so quick in absolving, clearing whoever it is that is attached to this demise of his son, except Cynthia. People later realized that this woman, Cynthia, and Mohbad's father, it seems you guys are all about one thing: the money that you have come to realize Mohbad accrued. They've given you guys some estimate of money, and they are like, at all, maybe we'll all be sharing like 100 million each in our account, or maybe more. Well, it is what it is. People are making calculation of money that they believe Mohbad must have streamed and made, but they do not understand how this works. They do not understand. I'm not saying money is not there. A lot is there because Mohbad is on Audiomack, is on other platform. Don't forget that Mohbad is connected to a record label. Apart from maybe songs that he did when he refused to be under his record label. But that does not mean that there is no money to be spent, received, taken. There is a lot, considering people who are from the trenches. They don't have money. This is like a do or die affair. Now I decided to start with this so that we can be on the same page, because what just dropped right now is explosive. It is deep. In fact, I don't know how you guys are going to take this one. I don't know how you're going to manage it. I don't know how you are going to embrace it. I don't know which direction this is going. It is getting serious. More expose, more is tumbling out of the woodworks. We were suspicious of it. We knew something is wrong, but now everything is right in the glare of the public. Wow. Now, scrambles here and there. Talks such as, you know what? Let us not demonize Mohbad's father. Let us kick away the so-called brother that has been established is not Mohbad's brother. And we don't even care who he is. It's not as if we will be like, okay, it's all right because it's Mohbad's father's brother, then everything is fine. It's not our business. It's not our business. We care less about them. We are not here for charity, and we are not here for justice for Mohbad's father. We are here for justice for humanity, and Mohbad spearheaded it at this time. Like and share. Let's get right into it.
I am not anywhere, but what my mind is telling me that I believe is true, that whenever I have this kind of feeling, 90% of the times I'm always correct, always right. It's either of two things. Number one, that those guys are just attempting to scam Buki, or that this is Buki's own coinage. This is something she wants to do by her pedigree, by her antecedents. She can do this, and I will tell you why I think she can do it. Now, she said she has the name of the guy in her WhatsApp. Up till now, she has not brought out the name. Now, they are trying to talk about protection or not protection of identity, but they both, in that conversation, the name of OG came out, Even if the whatever it is that the OG wants to do for justice today, as of today, since his name is already out there, you think the anti-justice group have not contacted him since that time? They would have. The only thing I see that made Bukky do what she did that day is the latest development in justice for Mohbad. Because everything has come out, it has become obvious that all their pranks, all their gimmicks, all the games they are playing has come to the public, and the public are about to bash them, and they're already bashing them. And now she has to bring out something to make her be relevant again in the eyes of the public. That's all I'm seeing that is happening. Because it wouldn't have been anything difficult for her to mention that person's name on the day she was doing that live. It is possible to have just pick up that, what's it called? Even if it is to take less than 1 minute, even if she's using the same phone that she was using for that live, to bring out the name of the person. But she said, oh, I don't have the name. Okay, the name is in my WhatsApp. I'll bring it out tomorrow. But tomorrow has not come up to today. I am telling you, Bukky Jesse is just looking for something to make people see her as relevant again in the whole of the games that they are playing, that they still continue to play. They always come out to say that, oh, I'm not directing Baba, I'm not controlling Baba, I'm not doing this. But Baba will want to come out at 4 p.m. She will come out early in the morning on that same day, maybe 5 a.m., post something, and what she's posting is exactly what Baba is coming out to come and say at 4 p.m. And you say you don't direct Baba, you don't control Baba, you don't talk to Baba. We are not foolish, we are not stupid. So look at what she just said now on that day. Oh, I'm not ordering you people, but I'm just saying that maybe Badamu Yiwa should step down so that Mommy Rich Grace will come up. I'm telling you, that is what has been confirmed. She has confirmed it. She has done it already. Before coming out to come and say, I'm not compelling everybody. I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting. It's a lie. So this is a gimmick. But in any case, if it is not a gimmick, if it is true that those guys, the guy that was talking to her, was actually in that house that day, I am telling you, by the time immediately they collect 1.5 million, they are gone. You understand? By the time they ask them where to put the money, I'm sure it's going to.
Otumba, I want to hear your commentary on this new development as well. I'm coming to you, Amos. Give me 1 minute. Otumba, what's your commentary on this new evidence?
I have to leave now, sir.
No. Wait now. You're gonna. I just want you to butter whatever he says to see whether we can see some different diversion. Look, I don't think he believes in it. Otumba, are you there, Otumba?
Okay.
Chatty listens in new development. Otumba, are you there? Hello.
Yeah, Papa Rihanna, I'm here.
Yes. Have you listened to the new development?
What new development?
The new evidence that was sent to
That's not new.
Mohbad.
That is not new. Every time something must come out. Every time. There is a lot before 30 seconds video. Now after 30 seconds video, this is the new one. So, Papariano, I'm surprised you believe all these people. There's nothing, absolutely nothing.
Why do you think this doesn't make sense? Give me 1 or 2 reasons why you think it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Let me
give me 1 or 2 reasons, please.
Okay, let me tell you one thing, Papariano.
Mm-hmm.
All these people, they are maybe for right. He knows all.
Go on.
If I say video, can you hear me?
I go on, I hear you.
One thing. Bukky Jesse is not somebody who wants to hide anything. She has been known for, yes, I got the information right. I was contacted. This person spoke to me. She wants to give you facts. And that's who Bukky Jesse is. She wants to come out and tell you, yeah, I got this information. This is where, this is how, this is what is it. This is the person. She has always been specific. She has always been straightforward. You know, she wants to let everything out. She wants you to know she got frustrated.
Yeah, what did you see in this? Because she said that she was on her own, and this person contacted her.
In the house of
No, they must have called her. They must have called her. But I'm saying
maybe
that person is not
Wumi
real.
is powerful, or there is wealthy someone that is sponsoring Wumi or something like that. So, okay, let's believe this guy. They have a video. They will come to what is he calling himself, Bukky JC, to demand for 1.5 million, when they can easily give them from Wumi camp. They can even give them 10 million if there's any video that is going to implicate Wumi. All this thing is lies.
Oh, you are saying that if truly those guys have an evidence, that the first person they will give it to is Wumi to get money from Wumi, right?
Yes, Wumi is going to know that there is something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wumi is not running after these people.
And she'll be ready to quickly pay them.
That are looking for what is not there. And these people, they know there is money in your side and they want to scam you people. That is just it.
Because they don't know that there's money in Wumi's side now.
But there's money in Wumi's side. You guys said Wumi buy judiciary, Wumi buy the legislative, Wumi bought everybody.
Maybe
so
it's just the connection.
Who are these people that Wumi cannot buy?
Maybe they are just tired of the whole thing and they just want the truth to come out.
Thank you, Otumba.
Can I close my thought so that I can leave, please?
Okay, Otumba, give me 1 minute. Let me see the reason why. Otumba, please wait just 1 minute. Let me see the reason why Amos think is fake, and then I will put it together with your own, and then I will see whether it makes sense. Go on, Amos.
I've told you why I think it is fake, because Bukky is just trying to do damage control based on what is happening recently in the last 2-3 weeks. All that has been happening is like exposing their weakness that they always give to us in the public as strength. I mean, for her to come and call all sort of people illiterates, when illiteracy is written all over her, everything she does, that, I mean, illiteracy, everything smells illiteracy, and she moves very fast to call people illiterates. And then all the things that has happened in the last week, in the last
Amos,
few weeks,
if I play you the voice of the guy, can you say, is there anything you hear from his voice that you can debunk? From the way the guy speaks, is there anything that looks unbelievable from the way he speaks?
Hello, sir. Everything that guy said, anybody, any intelligent person can say it based on the things that are on the internet already. Anybody can point everything. Exactly. But in any case, this is my closing thoughts. This is my closing thoughts, sir. Now, I believe that nothing is too much to do to unravel the mystery surrounding Mohbad's pie. And for that reason, the public can afford it if we have strategists. Unfortunately, we don't. The Justice of Mohbad team are not strategic. It's just people scattered all over the place. People like, unfortunately, it is people like Bukky JC that has been in the forefront, controlling everything. They are supposed to be an engine room. If we have an engine room, a formidable engine room, strategists, it is possible for us to use this to get to the root of it. I've told people that even if there is nothing, if the 3-second video in the hands of Yomi means nothing to this justice, it is worth us to check what it is until we find out that it has nothing to do with the crying of that boy, that we should stop. Likewise, this one too, it is not too much for us to check and be sure that it is nothing to do with it. But I want to say 80% of my what's it called? My instinct is telling me that this is just a damage control that Bukky is trying to bring out to get her back into relevance. That's my own take. That's my own take.
But I mean, listening to the guy with the way the guy spoke, are you saying that it is possible Buki paid that guy to come do what he did? Or could it be that right, Buki has no idea, but that guy was trying to scam Buki? Like Buki doesn't know, like the guy they came from nowhere. Are you saying Buki is aware of that guy coming to talk to her?
It
I'm
could be
trying to
anything
get your
from.
point.
Hello, sir. It could be anything
Try
from
to make it more
arrange-
stand somewhere. Just be confidently stand somewhere. Pick a point and stand there.
It is anything. Hello, sir. It is anything from Buki planning this to get her back into relevance, to maybe some of those guys coming together to scam. It could be any of those things.
You have to
I'm
stand
not sure
on one
100%.
because so
Why do I want to stand on one?
okay,
Because I'm not involved.
I got you. So
I
what
am
you're
not a
saying right now
participant.
is this, right? So what you're saying right now is that whether Buki planned it, whether those guys planned it, but you don't think what that guy said, you don't think that the confession itself has anything to do with this case.
No. There are things that might be true about the things that the guy is saying that is relevant to this case. You understand? But that does not rule out the fact that it is possible that this was made up.
When you say
you
made
understand?
up, it means it's not the actual situation. I want what will represent
Made up
what actually happened to Mohbad. Do you think this
Hello,
narrative?
sir. Made up.
Do you think this narrative
Hello,
that we just
Papa,
heard
hello.
represents
Hello,
what
sir.
will
wait,
happen to
wait.
You
Mohbad?
cannot be in the middle. It's either you
Hello,
throw
Papa.
out, is
I
either
cannot
you
because
throw
I'm not a player.
everything completely,
Hello, sir.
or you
Hello,
believe.
Sir. Hello, sir. How do I believe? What something that I'm not a player, I'm not
No,
part
that
of
means
the,
if
part
you
of the
don't
your
believe,
scheme.
that means
intelligence.
I'm only saying that my
Use your
doesn't have
intelligence.
anything to do with
Hello,
Use
sir.
your intelligence. Use
My-
your intelligence.
If you ask my intelligence, wait. If you ask about my intelligence, what my gut feeling is telling me is that Buki Jesse actually cooked this up to get her back into relevance.
That's what I want to hear.
That
So
is-
it means,
but I might
if
be
you say
wrong.
Buki just cook it up,
I might not.
then it
I might
means-
be wrong. I might not be
Yeah,
correct.
it means
but I am
like-
telling you that was gut feeling.
Exactly. It means what we hear right now doesn't represent the actual fact. It's a made up.
Papariano, where are you taking me to? I can't be sure because I'm not there. In any case, I believe that something awkward happened in that house.
From your
Monday,
observation,
Sunday to
I
Monday
know. From
of
your observation,
10
from your
11.
observation, okay, of this new development, empirically speaking, okay, like from your experience, observation, that's empirical, right? No, empirically speaking, use your understanding of how a crime can be orchestrated, and listen to the audio again. Listen to Buki Jesse, right? Do you think that, would you say that she planned this?
It's most likely. That's what my gut feeling is telling me. I
Okay.
might be wrong.
Okay,
because
you
I'm not a
believe-
player. I'm not there.
Okay, you think there's high chances, okay,
Correct.
of Buki Jesse planning this?
Yes.
So,
Planning this, yes.
so there's high chances that this is not real. That's in the real situation. It might have element of truth, but you don't
Yes.
think this is the actual thing that guy is reporting from an actual witness point of view, because he said he was there.
Yeah, he said he was there, but now that's why I said it is important that we don't throw anything out.
Okay, let me
we have
talk to
we
Ma.
have dug into the root of it and be sure that whether it is true or it is not.
Before we dig into it, we have to be sure that we have to trust it. If we don't trust it, how can we dig into it? You don't trust it.
You cannot trust it until you dig deep and you discover that it is true.
You have to see some
not
element
until you
of
dig
truth.
deep, you cannot be. There's no way you are going to get to the level that you get to the level of trust.
Let's
I
say
cannot
you
trust
have 3
anything.
million. Let's
At the
say
same
you
time,
have
I cannot throw anything
Let's
out.
say you have 3 million and you could have invested your 3 million maybe in other part of this case, right? And somebody bring this evidence and they want to dig it with 3 million. Would you waste your money for something like this?
I'm telling you, if I can afford it, I will. Because nothing is too big as long as at the end of the day, we're able to get to where we are going, which is unraveling the mysteries around the pine of that boy. So
Otumba.
Give me some minutes, please. I'll come back.
Otumba. Those guys were just trying to manipulate and swindle Bukky Jesse.
Papariano, let me tell you
Jesse.
something.
I just want to be
Papariano, let me tell you something.
All right.
There's a lot of things still gonna come. It's still going to come after this voice note. They're still going to put some narrative out because they know you guys are desperate and you guys believe, which you don't have any evidence for. You guys believe that something horrible happened to Mohbad, that nobody is telling the truth. So you guys believe that, but you don't have evidence for it. And in that case, there is going to be a loss of false voice notes they're gonna push out to you guys. Like this man, Amosi or something. He said something happened, but he doesn't know what happened. He didn't have any evidence, didn't have any facts. He said something happened, and whatever to push to him is going to believe it. And that applies to almost everybody in your camp. Something happened almost 2 years. So,
but I'm coming. You see, I'm still trying to find out what part of this clip particularly doesn't make sense, because listening to
Mama
what the guy
Ese,
said.
I listened to Mama Ese. Mama Ese said, "Oh, there is powerful people behind this justice for Mohbad." So who are these guys that powerful people cannot deal with? If there's any powerful people, all these guys, who are they? That powerful people cannot deal with.
Do you know this Mama Ese? Do you know her?
Who is Arifa? That powerful people cannot deal with him? Who is Westo? That powerful people cannot fix him?
No. Otumba, you are mixing it up. We're talking about powerful people on the other side, not on this side. So don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there's powerful people on the other side that's supporting Wunmi, who is Westo? Who is Arifa? Who are these people?
But they came for them now. They came for them.
They came for them when Arifa defamed Oba. It is Oba that came for Arifa. It is about what Arifa said about Oba. That is why he came for him.
Okay, Papariano, this is my take. Bukky Jesse, they are trying to scam Bukky Jesse. I don't think Bukky Jesse will organize something like this. They are trying to scam her. And now, based on what Otumba just said, then let me say something else. I've been following TikTok and I've been hearing people say, oh, Sanshitu said you cannot get justice from Mohbad's body. It has to be from somebody in the house. See, now let me tell you one thing, and I've been saying this from the very beginning, that whatever we say here is what Team Wunmi will pick. And that's what they've been using against us because we talk too much. That's the truth. We talk too much. They don't talk too much. They do.
I say, can you make one reference
we
that
do
you
the
said
talk.
that Team Wunmi use against you? Can you make reference? Can you make one reference?
We do the talking. They do the work. I have a lot of reference, Otumba, if you want.
What are the reference?
Hey, excuse me. From Mohbad Foundation, one wanted to start because African TV talks too much. That's one of the growls I have with him. He wants to come on air to say everything he wants to do. We keep pressing him, matching him. He don't come to air to say everything. Do some things before you come out to say it. Did you know they frustrated the registration of that foundation right from CAC? They were there before.
It is not from Team Wunmi. It is from your own team.
It's not from my team.
It is from your own team.
It is not from our team. They even said it in front. This about his wife. What is her name? They came on air and said it on Timmy, and Messi found me. That
You mean Osha? You mean Osha? Osha.
Osha, God bless you. That they
Osha is about,
that,
it's about his wife.
That's not here. Allegedly.
Otumba. Tony.
No, he wants example. No, make Otumba know say I don't take for this matter. I know what they talk. That's the truth. I know what they talk. I'm not somebody who just comes to rant. I don't rant. Please, I don't. And I've been into this for a very long time. So I know what I'm saying. We do the talking, they do the doings. That's how it is. Now,
Mama said, we want to send you to either Arise or any of these stations. Are you ready?
Fine, I'm good.
Like, because there was a time they were looking for a female to send you're not around.
I'm good. Now, they stopped that registration. That was one. Another one, when we started, what again were we doing? When we come on air and say some things, they just bring a counter. They do a counter video. If we are bringing Baba Mohbad to say one thing, Mama Mohbad will come out and say another thing. If they don't do that one, they will use Wumi, will come out and cry. And everything is based on what we are saying. Wumi is always online. She will hear what we are saying. They have started again. Oh, they are now talking about Liam. They are insulting Liam. They will start talking. They go to people's DM. King White is an expert in offering people's money, offering people money. Why don't you just keep calm? Why don't you keep quiet? So they have been doing it. This is what we know.
Do you have any evidence for what you are saying right now?
Evidences for some of our people that they have chatted.
Who are the peoples?
That they have chatted. I have evidence.
Who are the peoples? For God's sake. Bring out the chat. Bring out your evidence.
You are telling me people came here to insult some people with evidences of receipt.
Bring them there.
This money. This person collected this money. It's on TikTok. It's on the internet. So don't ask me this question.
It's on
the internet.
It's Otumba Comrade Musi.
So, I know the Otumba now. Is it not Otumba of Team Wumi?
Yes.
I know him now. I know him. It's the same Otumba that I told. It's the same Otumba that I told. It's the same Otumba I told that if you take him go to leave Adura alone, you shall not go to his father's house and see if we will not have justice. Were you not the same person I told that thing to? I know him now. I know him. Okay, Paparano, let me bust your brain. Paparano, let me bust your brain today.
The one they're mistaking me for.
Chairman, yes. Yes, exactly.
Now this one
he's the one.
Yes,
he's the one. You get it.
You suffer because of this.
I suffer.
Yes.
You have to change your name because of him.
Calm down. Yes, calm down. Paparano, let me tell you. I don't think. Sorry, this is my own personal opinion. I don't think Bukky Jesse. I know she's trying to get relevancy, but I don't think she will go to the extent of formulating this. People we want, just like what Otumba said, people we want to scam her because they know she's the lead.
Desperate.
She's desperate. She's desperate for evidence. She's desperate for this. So they will do this. She's going to get a lot of more calls. But the truth is they are not true. Now, why I'm saying that conversation is not real, I don't want to get into that video and that voice note, is because the person is telling us, that person, just like what Otumba said, that person is also giving Bukky Jesse information based on the stories they had from the Corona inquest. Now, the driver who came to tell us that when they got home, nobody left the house, he is telling us now that some people left. So he's also using the story to get Bukky's attention and try to convince her that he was one of those guys that are inside that house. But I'm not convinced that he is one of the guys that were inside that house. Then number two, if anybody tells you they have evidence, honestly speaking, I doubt it. Because Wumi is so smart enough for her to destroy the CCTV in the house. They would have deleted everything on anybody's phone and settled these guys. These guys are living big. Every guy that was in that house, they are all living large. Right. So if anybody comes to tell you they need money now, or no bank for one
lifestyle don't travel safe, all of them.
What I can say.
If you go to this local now, that we need money, we want to travel, or no bank
These are the reason that people will come to you guys to scam you guys. Now you said Wumi deleted the CCTV in that house. You don't have any evidence for it. There's no evidence, no fact. And if someone comes out now that he had the recording of CCTV, Mama Ese bring money, you're going to give that person money because you believe
because I will not answer the person because I know there is no evidence. Because now let me Otumba, Mohbad died on Monday around 3 a.m. early hours of Monday, and they came to tell us Mohbad died Tuesday around 4 or 3. This is like 24 hours after the incident happened.
No, Mama,
in that
yeah,
24 hours, they were clearing all their evidences.
No. Hold on, Mama.
They were clearing evidences in the house.
Okay, you have basic clearing evidence. Why can't you take this to
Otumba, the nurse, Otumba, the nurse that said Otumba, I'm using their testimony. Let me, Chairman, hold on. Let me break it down for you.
Inquest is open to anybody.
Otumba, calm down. Otumba, listen to me.
You can take your evidence to inquest.
The nurse said when she got to the house.
Let me tell you, whatever you bring to social media, whatever you bring to TikTok, it is
and
fake.
water.
If you have the evidence, take it to inquest.
Otumba, the nurse said, I'm using their testimony. I was not there. So I'm using that testimony to make my analysis. I'm just making my analysis. And I think I have the freedom, at least, and the right to do analysis based on the story they have given us. Now the nurse says she got there and she saw them mopping. They are mopping the water that they poured on Mohbad. And the nurse got there at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. And this person has been tied since Monday at 3 a.m. So what water were they cleaning? I can prove to you that they were trying to clean a room and clean the house.
You don't clean water in your house.
Allegedly. They were trying to clean every blood. Don't tell me that.
What water?
What water?
Mama, say, let me play the devil advocate.
What water?
How do you know?
What water were they? Were they mopping the house?
Hold on.
Were they mopping the house?
Mama, say, how do you know Mohbad died 3 a.m. on Monday?
Because the driver said he had nurse 3 a.m. and that was when they wanted to go out and get, and after that, nothing. There was no more noise. Again.
If you 3 a.m. does noise signifies death? You heard noise. Does noise signifies death?
Okay, well, after 3 a.m. there was no noise. He didn't hear anything again. Then
by 11 a.m.
in the morning, listen, in the morning, 11 a.m. he left. Wunmi came outside to attend to him and not Mohbad.
Attend to him. Did he?
Him and not Mohbad.
So did he see any sign that something has gone on in the house at 11 a.m.?
No, of course he knew that Mohbad did not surface to tell him what to do. Wunmi went in, took her time, came back.
As at 11 a.m. when she came, let's just place it on the table, okay? There's no support anywhere here. As at 11 a.m. when the lady came out to attend to the driver, okay, in fact, she didn't even know the driver was outside, according to the story. Driver, you are still here.
You are still,
she was shocked.
Yes.
Okay, so as at that 11 a.m., according to the driver, does the driver portray anything that, okay, there has been a problem in this house as at 11 a.m.? Does he perceive anything that there is a problem? At least if somebody died, 11 a.m., you are still outside. Okay? You are not far from that building. You are not more than 3 meters away from the main house. So does anything portray as at that 11 a.m. that something terrible has happened in the house?
Sure, yes.
Something like what?
Non-appearance of Mohbad is enough. And did remember the driver said there was an altercation from the vehicle. He even said he had to even call Mohbad and said, don't be angry, just
relax, don't be angry, yes.
Relax, it's okay.
And he saw
stains, yes, he saw blood stains. He saw blood stains in the carpet of his car. He had injuries.
Yes.
You know, and the man even went as far as saying if his wife tried this thing, he's going to beat her up. So now 3 a.m. they came to knock his window. We want to go and get drugs. We want to go and get medications at 3 a.m. And he said, I don't have fuel. They went out. They went out. You understand? Meanwhile,
Yes.
he said the quarrel started from when he picked them from the house to the show, from the show back to the house. Just that he can't speak Yoruba. But I think he was hearing those abusive. You know, even if you don't hear language, the first thing you hear is abuse.
At least go here,
So,
abuse.
you go hear curse, oloshi, olori buruku, you go hear that one. Even if you don't hear language, you go hear curse. So all those ones made him to understand that something must have gone wrong. Now, when they came up to say they want to go and get drug, they want to go and get medication to treat him. Of course, he knew Mohbad walked with his legs from his car into the house. Now, that same Mohbad could not walk with his legs from the house to come outside and settle him.
Don't forget that this Mohbad is the boss, and he has boys around him that he could have sent.
Of course. So why did the boys book for the vehicle? Mohbad books for the vehicle. So Mohbad
That's the question I asked. I don't know who
Mohbad did not even come down to say thank you, take the money.
Mama, could you hold on? Could you verify that? I've asked that question. Who called for the vehicle? Because whoever that called for the vehicle at least will have done the negotiation and blah blah. So I'm still here to know who called for the vehicle. Okay, so let's assume that Mohbad called for the vehicle. But we already have this information that it is Wunmi that always do all payments. Most payments comes from Wunmi. I think we have had that on our table. Wunmi does all financial transactions. Wunmi sends money to the driver to withdraw to pay to the boys in Ikorodu. So Wunmi does, in fact, I say Wunmi is the financial director. That's a fact that we have established. Okay?
Yes.
So if the Wunmi now comes out around 11 a.m. to say, driver, okay, blah, blah, I want to settle the driver. I think, in my view, it's still in order that Mohbad does not need to come out. My financial director, go and settle the driver. I don't need to go out. That may be, that for me, that may just be the scenario, and I will not even think of anything. Even as a driver, you will not even think of anything. To us,
that's
you
right.
You might not even think that anything has gone wrong around that point because the financial director has gone out to do the normal thing, and I'm fine. Collect my money, and I will go. But there's a pointer, 3 o'clock, he heard a noise. Fine. But as at 11, if you hear a noise at 3 a.m., by 11, there must be some pandemonium. Maybe sound, silent sound, somebody whispering.
Okay, Chairman, let me come in here. 3 a.m. noise. Then from 3 a.m. to 11 when the driver left. Now, nobody came out. Of everybody who came back from the show.
Nobody came out and nobody comes in.
Nobody came out and nobody came in. That's a red flag.
Wow. For people that just came from a party that they would have slept off?
That's a red flag. So you don't have anything to do.
Mama, it's a war red flag. Do you know the time they came back from the party?
Like 1 a.m.
They came back for the party, but they could still go out at 3 a.m.
1 a.m. So
I will not wake up until 4
They came back at 1:30. They came back at 1:30.
They came back at like 1:30 a.m.
But at 3, they could still go out. They still went out at 3. And nobody has any
went out at 3 o'clock? How many
people
people went
come
out
out
at 3 o'clock? How many people went out at 3 o'clock? How many
The driver did not tell us that.
So we need to know how many people drove out with the car. How many?
I said it that very day of the corona. I said, my problem here now is that 3 a.m. movement. Who drove? How many people went out?
How many people went out?
What transaction? What actually, did they actually go to get drugs?
And how many people returned? Do you understand? That place is fishy.
Did they, I said it. That was
some people say they went
I pointed out from that corona invasion. That 3 a.m. movement is even what I'm
Excuse me, Chairman.
How many people came back? What was the mission? Were you sure it was actually drugs?
You will understand why they went out at 3 a.m. DJ Bami CTC. DJ Bami said they went with chemists. And they asked those chemists to come and treat Mohbad. They said no. Okay. They cannot go to their house except if they can bring Mohbad.
Bring the patient,
They bring the patient. And when they went back home, Mohbad said no. It's not going.
How many people, hold on.
Mohbad said no.
Went out?
Yeah, it's DJ Bami CTC.
Okay, did he mention how many people went out to get the chemist? How many people?
I
Otumba,
don't know, but,
DJ Bami,
but it was
Otumba, DJ
DJ
Bami
Bami
CTC.
CTC.
DJ Bami CTC did not mention 3 a.m. Did he say 3 a.m.? Did DJ Bami give you timing? Was there timing attached to it?
That they went out 3 a.m. Did that come from the
Was it
Bami?
3 a.m. Otumba? We all listened to it. DJ Bami said they went to the chemist with the
He
nurse.
said they went out.
They went with
But
the
we don't
nurse
include the time.
to get drug for
But he said
reaction.
they went out.
The cities-
They went to the
They
chemist.
went out with the nurse Tuesday.
No,
to
we did not. With the chemist.
To get
He
injection
said when they
for
came
the
back,
reaction.
when they came back from the show, they still went out again to the chemist, and they told them at the chemist that they should go and bring Mohbad.
So why didn't they take Mohbad then?
Mohbad refused
That's another red
Hello,
flag.
Mariano, please.
That's
Hello.
another red
to hospital, and Mohbad said no.
with
that was
the dead
the
or
driver.
they are alive for
driver
the unalive
confirmed.
Mohbad.
They
They are alive for the
confirmed
unalive
that.
Mohbad. Otumba.
No, that was in the car. That was when they were coming. That was the first
Yeah, when they were coming
Can
from the show.
Yeah,
Something
from the
Sars
show.
asked.
Which wound? That scratch is the one that they are going to go to the hospital for.
Can I
Yeah,
quickly
that's
say
the
something?
one that Mumi said, can we go to the hospital?
That
And
scratch?
he said no.
Are you sure she
So-
said it? Even I want to
said
driver.
that.
Now you don't
No,
believe
that's what the
driver,
driver said.
but you
That's
believe
what the driver said.
whatever driver said about them.
Exactly. So
Driver
that's
said
what the
it.
driver
No, if the driver said it,
Why
I
you guys
believe.
pick whatever that suits your narrative?
No, Otumba, if the driver
Otumba,
said
it
it,
is
I
not
believe
about-
him.
Yes.
Otumba, if the driver
So
said it, I
it's the
believe
driver
him.
that said it. When
Hello,
they were
guys.
coming back, Wumi asked that this small thing, which I won't go do for hospital. So that one
Okay.
is we believe.
I believe that one. If the driver said it, I believe it.
It is that one, yes. But the one
Yes.
that by 3 o'clock, driver never mentioned anything. That Wumi said anything at that 3 o'clock. No, he only said he heard a noise and they came to knock on his car, but he doesn't have a fuel to take them out. Okay, we don't. So
The driver
have you seen-
didn't say that. He didn't say that he heard the noise. He didn't say that at all. He came
He
back
said
to
they came to
Arifa.
bang.
He came back to
knock on
Arifa
his
platform
door.
to deny it.
No, from what I heard, he said they came to knock on his door. Okay, that they should help them to go to the chemist, and he said he couldn't go because he doesn't have fuel. He couldn't go, but I want to believe that he couldn't go that because he doesn't have fuel. I don't want to believe that. Maybe he doesn't want to drive in the night because is it not the fuel that you used to leave that place at 11 o'clock? It's the same fuel that used to leave that place at 11 o'clock. So I want to believe that maybe he didn't go because it's late in the night. Of course, with Prado, you can't just be moving around in the late of the night. Maybe he doesn't just want to go out.
Yeah, Abi, he does not want to
That
go, so that
time.
when he comes back, they won't open the gates for him. Then he won't go with his
that I don't
broken
have-
glass.
I don't have fuel. I believe he lied to them that he doesn't have fuel.
Yes, yes.
Lie. That was
Yes,
a lie.
because
Hello,
Same fuel that
hello.
used to
because he
leave that
said
place.
he
Can I
didn't
support
go
this?
home because of the
Can I say
broken
something?
glass.
I'll come down immediately.
Yes, Amusi.
Hello, Satama. Can I say something now? This one, bad. This one, bad.
Your network is bad. You can say whatever you want to say. Yes, we can analyze and try to pick holes in all of your statement, in everybody's statement. But like what Otumba said, okay, is a court, is a coroner. They don't go hearsay. To counter anything, we need a concrete evidence to
Okay.
counter
Better,
whatever.
better now. What I can see in this justice for Mohbad is the fact that everybody is cherry picking, the justice and anti-justice alike. We want to pick the evidences of people, what the people that we think will favor us is saying, and leave out and debunk the others. Anyone that is doing the point, I believe is evil. What we are supposed to all ask for is the fact that it is clear that the government, the police, all of the people that have been involved in the investigation are done very, very badly. What we need to ask for is for them to go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board and do an holistic investigation into this matter. There's nothing anyone is saying now, for me personally, that I want to trust, that I want to believe that is true. unless you thorough investigation that will, I mean, that everybody would that okay, this is not fair enough. But for people who does not want the Wumi team to be indicted, to be saying that people are saying something happened, and bringing it, it's because the thorough investigation was not. Not even me. I am justice, and I believe that me and everybody that was living in that house with the Mohbad, that were in that house together with Mohbad that day, they are not well to assert themselves of what by that boy, and that's what we are looking for. Let them come out clean. They are not, because everything that looking dirty there, based on the things that they are saying, it is not based on what anybody is saying out of them. For me, so what anybody that is coming out to say, they are doing widow victimization, they are doing, it's a lie. It is Wumi that is victimizing us, the public. Wumi and her team, that the ones that are victimizing us, that they have not come out clean for us to happen. It is nothing. That's not been clear time. Look at the timing that they not bring. Look at the timing the others bringing. Somebody is saying that they called him at 11 a.m. Arusha, and the nurse is saying, I mean, the doctor is saying they brought the body to them at 4 p.m. or something. So none of these things is clear until they come out clean. All we need to ask for is a thorough investigation, a clear-cut investigation that will place the things where they belong. That's the only thing. So anybody say that, somebody said, even on behalf of the Wumi team, and we don't want to believe it. No, that is not fair. What is fair is for us to do the right things and what is true. And
so who is going to do that investigation?
I made my mic at that point. That is the thing. That's why I said, hello, sir. That's why I was talking about strategy. Hello, sir. That is why I was talking about strategy. You see, those of us, especially on the part of justice, I don't know where you belong, sir, but where I belong, I've seen that our group, we are not strategic, unfortunately. So all we do is come out, talk on social media, back home. Nobody strategizes. People that are back, they are the ones that are leading him astray. And
okay.
Baba needed
so
from the
I can confirm to you. I can confirm to you that
with the team.
Okay. So the question I would like to ask is that what I can confirm to you that the public, everybody, you and I, everybody came together and said, okay, we need to get a private investigator that will do a very solid job to help this matter. And the public put money together, hire a very senior son, okay, to also hire a private investigator, because you and I are online, we are not on ground, okay, to hire a private investigator to do this job. Now, the question I will ask you is, did the Baba or the team or whoever, did they hire the private investigator that the public put funds together for? Did they do that?
I think that's the strategy he's saying we don't have.
No. That I want to tell you the strategy. There was a strategy.
If we are strategic, it won't be possible for us to cut money for and nobody is checking on everything. Everything is done. It's still both.
So, and that is why I will now say book now, Mr. Abosi. But that is where I will now say bully Bese destroyed the old strategy and messed up this case. Everything rests on Buki Bese.
I know.
She is the one that destroyed everything.
Agree with you, sir.
that people have worked for, people have put into place, strategies that they have put into place with a lot by everybody. Bukky Gbese destroyed everything single-handedly.
Everybody wants to be at the forefront. I want to be the leader.
Yeah.
Even though they are saying
Ego.
something else in their mouth,
Ego
but what they are doing behind the scene is that's what everybody is. Yeah, that ego is too much.
No, the ego was much.
Someone
Nobody wants to come together.
that smells of illiteracy will come out and
No,
and
please don't no.
I don't know.
No. I don't know. Don't attack our personality. Let's just talk about it.
I didn't mention anybody's name, but
see, personally, I will attack her personality. Who is she?
That
Calm down.
Who is she?
That statement is so annoying.
Personality.
I know she dealt with you.
That statement is so annoying. For you to
I never even get her time. If I get her time, she go sweat
them and do all kinds of
I never get her time.
And what you are doing behind
That's the part of justice. She has made a mistake. Let's admit that. She made a mistake.
So now see where the mistake, see where a singular mistake has cost all of us. See what a singular mistake has caused justice. Cost everybody. And you are saying she has made a mistake. Who should be in the jail by now? Who should be in jail as we speak? Who?
No, she has made a mistake. A mistake is a mistake. So,
no. She has to pay for that mistake. It's not just a mistake. This is over 1 million people. Over 1 million people.
You can talk about
exaggerating.
The mistake, but I don't want us talking about going into people's who she is, who she's not. Illiterate men.
Good morning, everybody.
No, straight, and she has started. It really shows that she's done fool. She has nothing in her brain. Nothing. Not an iota or a molecule of sense in her brain. Nothing.
Does not have sense. I've been holding the justice for a while. That's okay. That's fine. Nobody don't do.
In this world, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ nǹkan tán, kò sẹ́ni tó pé ìtàn. Common lizard tó bá rìn lára lé, èèyàn lè kọ́ ọgbọ́n lára lizard. Bible says go to an ant and learn wisdom. When you go to God that says go to an ant, you can kill a ant with just your feet. But he said go to an ant and learn from it. Ọmọdé gbọ́n àgbà gbọ́n òun la fi dálẹ̀ Ifẹ̀. You understand? Some kids will do something where you are, and you will learn from that thing. You may want to do shakara, but you still learn and say, "Look at what that boy did."
I know,
and you will learn from it.
So let's just take it at that.
Nobody's
above mistake.
Okay, let her now correct herself. Kó dẹ̀ lọ get justice. Kó padà sí drawing board. Kó lọ singularly. Kó lọ tún ṣe fún ara ẹ̀.
Exactly. But I need that ibu.
Máa bu tá fi máa jọ kúrò ní ayé yìí ni. Tá fi máa jọ kúrò ní ayé yìí.
So Bukky just say let's strategize. Go back to the drawing board. Look into it again. And start over again. I beg, nobody is perfect. Everybody can make
you want to go and cut this boy again? Abi?
No, I'm hearing them saying Dr. Santish, Abi Sanshito said you can't get justice from the body. It is now we need life testimony. We need life confession. It has to be from one person from the house. Chairman, if Oyibo man dig your bones from the grave, they can tell you what killed that person.
So let Bukky champion that government should give us that body. We will now take that body abroad, put that body to wherever we want to take that body to. So we want to collect that body, take that body to wherever we want to take that body to go and do whatever we need to do with the body.
Hello, Mr. Chairman, please, I have a question for you. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, I'll take it. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, ma'am. Earlier when Momaise was talking to, was telling Otumba that Mohbad passed on Monday, I saw that you were questioning her. What day do you think Mohbad died?
Now, at this point, it's not about what I think. Okay? Yeah. Now, it has gotten to like the Sanshi to not even say that we can't get from the body. It is now testimonies or whatever it is, okay? Now, it is not about what I think. It's about what evidence could lead me to the exact time that Mohbad died. Now I need evidence. I need facts. Because all of these people, all of them, they are all liars. All of them.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, the reason why I am asking this question because I have heard you a couple of times talking about Baba Mohbad telling you that Mohbad actually passed on Monday. That's why when you're asking Mama Isa, I was kind of confused because I've heard yourself and Ayaminka, said that Baba Mohbad told you guys at when you were in Abuja that
and he also said it in public. So
he also said it in public, exactly. So if he's telling you that his child died on Monday, I'm sure that he actually have evidence. He's sure that his child passed on Monday.
Okay, if he says his child passed on Monday, he wasn't there. And the people that were there said, no, it passed on Tuesday. So who are you going to believe?
No, for him to say his child passed on Monday, I think he's sure. He's sure that
now for me to believe that and for his own evidence to supersede every other, he needs to give me a proof. Was it a phone call?
Did you ask for a proof when he told you?
We are talking now. Let's forget, did I ask? I didn't even bother to ask about all of those things that time. Okay? Because that is what we believed before that time self. We believed that from all this, we believe it was on Monday. So he's saying on Monday is like corroborating what we believe. But now it has gotten to this point. It has gotten to this point that everything does scatter. So for me to now believe that it is Monday. Yes.
Chairman, you know why we picked Monday?
Because Mama Mohbad said he called and
the first corona inquest, the first person to appear was I think Dijibami, right? Was it Dijibami?
I didn't even know who appeared first.
The first person that appeared on the first corona inquest. Do you know what he said when he was telling his stories? He said that we came back around 1:30. Next day, the nurse came. He said it. The next day, the nurse came. That was like he made his story to be. It was the next day Mohbad died. Like the next day when they called the nurse, she came, and that was when he reacted. And they went to the chemist. They came back. He said the next day. Mama Mohbad too said she couldn't talk to Mohbad on Monday.
From 9 a.m.
From 9 a.m. And Wunmi was saying Sheti Bonkoko.
At 3 p.m. So we all have that mindset that Mohbad died on Monday.
3 p.m. So initially from that, I'm talking about these are the first interviews.
Testimonies, yes.
Testimonies. Like everybody was the next day,
see, Mr. Chairman, you see, if
it's already established that it was Monday. So we've had
so holistic. What I'm now saying is that we have heard different versions from people that were there and the people that were not there, including Baba Mohbad. Now, anybody, including Baba Mohbad now, that can now say affirmatively, this boy died on Monday. It's not about hearsay, it's not about what you say. It's about proving it to the court and to everybody. How can you prove it? A phone call? I received this call. This is the number that called me. Blah, blah, blah. They investigate that number. There's a way we can trace that number and show, yes, you actually made this call at so time. So that is evidence that can nail the fact that, yes, he died on Monday. What if Baba Mohbad is lying that he died on Monday? I'm just saying. Okay, so right now, it is now more than what you say. It's about give me a proof that is proven beyond reasonable doubt before the judge and can confirm, say, true, Mohbad died on Monday. Without that evidence, all of this are all speculations.
Okay, because I'm just wondering if you were, I'm not blaming you though, but if I were in I'm seeing Baba Mohbad physically and he's telling me his child died on Monday, I think I would want to ask more questions. Oh, what is your proof? How did you know? Did you see anything? Why are you saying this? Because all your stories you've been saying Tuesday, so you saying Monday to me, because I know of people who he has also said this thing to personally, and you know, I would have expected you to like ask further questions.
To further,
Alistic. Let me chip in
we didn't
this.
go through that route.
Let me chip in this. Baba Mohbad is saying Tuesday because it was Tuesday he got to the house. It was only Mama Mohbad that I think was in the house as at Monday. But Baba Mohbad was called. Baba Mohbad, this is the story. I'm sorry. Because we started
the
this
story
together.
from the beginning was that he was called on Tuesday. He was called on Tuesday, 4 p.m.
Now,
on
the
Tuesday.
first 1 month, this is the story that played out in the first 1 month when Mohbad died. This is what I'm telling you. Baba Mohbad, the story we got was Baba Mohbad was called by Iya Mohbad Tuesday that Mohbad is sick or something. That was the initial story we got. And he said when he got to the bus stop, he said he was in the hospital. Now when he got there, they now told him, say when he got to the junction of Mohbad's house, the hospital is not far from the house, which has been confirmed too from all these stories. He said when he wanted to go to the hospital, he was calling them to find out if he's still in the hospital. And they told him, you should not worry, Mohbad is at home and he's fine, that he should go back. He now said, he's already...
You missed it, Mama. I said, no, you missed it. You missed where they called Mama Mohbad on the boats. That
yes.
Is fine. He now collected the phone. And then I said, Iku. On the boat.
When they were calling Mama Mohbad. He was now wondering, why are they calling you here and there and not me? Darusha was calling his sister. And he was like, why are they calling you and not me? So he said he started suspecting something. Then, I think Mama Mohbad was trying to tell them, they didn't know she was Baba Mohbad. So she was the one they were communicating with. Only for them to come down from the boat, got to the junction. I think they now told her to tell him to go back. The Mohbad is at home. He now said he's not going back home. From what he told us initially, that even if it is for him to go and see Mohbad, at least Mohbad will give him transport money. That was when he entered the house. Now, he entered the house, and lo and behold,
Mama say, he told Mama Mohbad that he told Mama Mohbad before they got to the junction. How did he know Omotiku before they got to the junction? While on the boat.
I think he said
he didn't tell us that one. He didn't tell us that one.
Yes, from the beginning. Even Prime Boy also said
he skipped that. He said Iku. So we are now asking questions. But we now say Holy Spirit told him. You know, we are all speculating. How did you know? He didn't tell us.
Yes, at that time he didn't tell us. But
exactly. So we are all speculating. How did he know?
Blessing called him to tell him that
it was Mr. Gbenga. It was Mr. Gbenga Mr. Dayo that busted that.
Mama, you said this is why I'm saying that I do not even want to believe, because if Baba is coming to say, oh, the child died on Monday, I even went to Punch to say that his child died on Monday. I want to believe, because for a whole year.
More than a year.
He mentioned that he knew he heard Mohbad had died before he left Ikorodu. He never mentioned that all of a sudden it was because of somebody came, his is it cousin or his relative that said that
his friend.
And
his friend.
Prime Boy, he never even told us that Prime Boy called him. He took all of those stories. I mean, he took it off his story. So me, I just feel that all these people, all these characters are actually giving us a script, a written script.
So that's why I came to a conclusion that if he says it's on Monday, he now needs to prove to me or to Ross before I can believe whatever he's saying. Anything he says now, if it doesn't bring out a proof, then he should go and throw it into the gutters.
Now, yes, I think the doctor testimony at the CTC already
The doctor testimony also
The doctor's
pushed it to like
testimony at the
Monday.
CTC
Yes,
already
put
said
it
yes,
to like
already
early morning on Monday.
tends towards that because of
Yes. So that's the one we can hold because he's a doctor, he's a practitioner. He's a practitioner. We can rely on his own testimony as a practitioner. Exactly.
Because he said, as at the time,
Mohbad has lied. He has lied. Terrible lies on this matter.
The teeth clenched. He couldn't open the mouth to say, the bodies was stiff already. And ragomotis is the last stage of the dying process. So for him to say there was ragomotis as at that time,
but you see,
then that body must have died nothing less than 12 hours. 12 to 24 hours.
What actually bothers me till date is I do not know why someone would die and people will lie about the date he died.
Exactly. If not that you want to cover a crime, why would you be lying about the date?
You don't understand. They have to lie about the date because if he died on Monday and you kept
and you didn't call the parents,
that's another offense. That's a criminal. It is an offense. You kept a body who died on Monday. No. See, that's what I say. You see, Team Wumi, they are very smart. It is a criminal. It's an offense. You need to explain. Now, they even told us Tuesday because of the presence of the father. And let me tell you, they were using that money.
And that they went to the hospital on Tuesday.
They were cleaning all the evidences. That's why
they went to the hospital on Tuesday.
And anything
so they
Wumi that wants to talk to you will say evidence. They will say evidence, go to court, bring your evidence. Because they know they have wiped, in as much as they try, they have wiped every evidence.
Another thing that I believe was
the only thing we can rely on now is testimony.
I believe this one is just a personal belief. It's a personal belief that there was CCTV in Mohbad's house.
There is,
and that they cut away the DVR.
Why did
they cut away the cameras?
Why did Wumi go to steal Mohbad's phone from Mama Mohbad?
Mama Mohbad. So they cleared the evidence. So now they're asking you, where's the evidence? Because there's nothing you can't see the DVR anymore. So now they want to go and bring evidence.
That is why we always telling you evidence. Go to court.
Exactly.
They have successfully wiped away that evidence. Now
they've destroyed all the evidence.
And this doctor's testimony, they told us the nurse came in around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Mohbad is already dead since Monday. So what did the nurse come to do on Tuesday?
The question is, Mama say, did the nurse know Mohbad? No. The nurse may have treated another person. How would he know? How would she know that it's not Mohbad? Tell me now. Did you know Mohbad? No.
No, but the nurse, okay, now, Chairman, let me bust you. But when they were asking the nurse in the corona inquest, she said she saw 4 people. She saw Mohbad. She mentioned them. But she didn't mention
How did she know that was Mohbad?
That's what I'm telling you. It's Adura she saw, not Mohbad. That's what I'm telling you.
So how did she know that was Mohbad?
When Baba Mohbad, Chairman, when Baba Mohbad got to the house, he said he saw salt on Mohbad's chest. That is one. When Darusha went to the corona inquest to give his own testimony, he said because Mohbad's body was already smelling, he remembered how they did it for his father. That was when he carried salt and put on Mohbad's chest. He told Adura to put salt on Mohbad's chest. Was that not Darusha's testimony? Was it Mama Ese that said it?
That was Darusha.
So for you to say the body is smelling, that person must have died nothing less than 18 hours before the body starts smelling.
So if nurse came 2 o'clock on Tuesday and the claimed that she spoke to Mohbad was responding, that was 2 o'clock on Tuesday, 2 o'clock. And yes. Perez said you brought in dead 4 p.m. That's like 2 hours difference. Okay?
Yes.
At that stage, the gomotis cannot settle in 2 hours. It will still be fresh. 2 hours will still be fresh. You can still be able to move the body, move the teeth in 2 hours. So the question now is, according to the doctor, this body is more than 3 hours or more. Okay? So the question is, at 2 o'clock,
yes, and remember now, the driver now said he got a call at 9 a.m. to report himself.
9 a.m. on Tuesday that you go and report yourself.
He got another one at 12. So at please, 12. And then Mohbad died at 3 o'clock. So excuse me. You see the timing.
No, nurse came in at 2. You heard
nurse came in at 2.
Go and
Then
report
they took
yourself
back to
9
the hospital at
a.m.
3.
Go and report yourself 9 a.m. You heard about
if you take your time, to kind of process justice for Mohbad, you realize that it is far deeper than what you think. What do I mean? I'll break it down. So there are a loyalist of different people. You don't know them. They've been there existing long time. They've been friends on social media and possibly physically friends. Now, these people connect to each other. The lady there said, "Oh, please do not let us say anything. I don't think Bukky Jesse is this, is that." She might not be in cahoots. It could be anything that she was part of was just to get justice for Mohbad. There are times that you just want to forgive certain things and like, okay, let's move on. If I'm to speak about this now, expose this, it will kind of weaken the resolve or weaken people's empathy. It will kind of remove it. It will weaken that energy. Don't let me say nothing. Let me just pretend. And at the end of the day, your silence comes back to haunt you. And people will be like, so you knew about this, you didn't tell us, we want to know. Life can be very complex. It could be that. I don't know. Now, the part of Bukky Jesse coming up with this audio recording that is being talked about everywhere, that audio recording existed a long time. Mohbad's father knows about it. We never spoke about it. He will come and tell us some Bible stories, acting like, like we are children that need to be schooled. We are talking of justice, then you are coming to tell us about Bible story. Like we need to hear all of these things. The same Bible story that he did not apply. He didn't apply it. It comes to speak and all of that. But I don't want to go to personal things that are being talked about, because I'm not privy to it. And don't forget that anybody can whip up stories just to afflict the other person. It is a common thing for people to come up with stories to demonize the other person. I'm not going to go to those stories of how Mohbad's father is doing that, how he's lodging in a hotel with this and that. I'm not privy to it. There are no physical evidences or even one evidence of anything. So I'm not going to go that route. But what I want to focus upon is the part of the story that dropped. And people are like, this story, is it a ploy to manipulate the public, to draw people's attention away from going after Mohbad's father or going about the damage that is on right now? The shocker. Like, oh, so Mohbad's father, this is what you've been doing. Mohbad's father, this is what you are all about. Mohbad's father, this, Mohbad's father, that. All of that. Is that what this is like? Oh, let the public still have hope that there is something for them to get justice from, and then we will not go the route of autopsy toxicology anymore. The route that we want to go right now is the part where we need to chase after the evidence. They say evidence is the key now. Was that not what Yomi Fabi and many of us repeatedly put out there, that the shenanigans of the coroner inquest, it will not work? It is common sense. People refuse to think it through. It is common sense. It is common sense that justice for Mohbad cannot be gotten via the coroner inquest, because when we suggested at the beginning that they should get a private investigator, that private investigator should be attached to the lawyer that is on ground, Sanshitu, because you need evidence. Whilst you are cross-examining, You need evidence to corroborate your story. You need evidence to run the show. You need evidence to kind of move the things around, like work it. Nothing. They relied on the uselessness of the police. Police who refuse to do the needful. Police that refuse to do the needful. They want us to rely on the stupidity of the police. How is that possible? How is that going to work? Never. So they are cross-examining. How can you cross-examine criminals who don't want to go to jail? Now, let us even say Mohbad caused it himself. Let's assume Mohbad caused all of this himself. He refused to go to the hospital. They could not force him. He was being aggressive. The way he punched at his friend, the same way he went after Cynthia, and Cynthia too being someone who is aggressive on the street. These people abuse substance. They are like wild people. So the whole thing just went that way. It's not like we are looking for a scapegoat or someone to attach the demise of Mohbad, that it must be somebody, it must be this, it must be that. It's just that we want to kind of look deep into certain things so that we can find out if there are any discrepancies, some lies, manipulation, because the heart of human beings can be so bad, so wicked. Human beings can be fantastically wicked. So that's the reason why the public wants to know. Is it the family? Is there something that they did? Are there lies? Are there lies? Are there lies? Are there lies that we've been told? Is there something that we need to work with? Something to work upon? Is there something that we need to process? Is there something that we, as a public, as people, we need to look into? That's basically what it is. If not, that's just it. Because if care is not taken, they will start asking the public for money again. They will first start, we are not asking for money, because they know that people are already like, they have their weapons drawn, waiting. Just open your mouth and tell us to give you money. You will see what will happen. And apart from that, accountability is also another topic that Mohbad's father and his group are being asked to. They realize that about 70%, or let us even be fair here, they realize that about 50% of whatever donation has been coming in publicly, privately, wherever, they realize that 50% went into the pocket of Mohbad's father and crew. Like they enjoyed it. They use it to maintain themselves. They use it to carry women. You know what I mean? They use it to enjoy themselves. They use it to drink beer. Of course, they say workman chop. That's where they are working. They must chop there. They must eat there. I understand that the man will need money. People around him will need money and all of that. But with so many things that we started hearing, here and there, things here and there, we are like, okay, it's okay. But what people got upset about is that they trusted them. Of course, even though some of them knew this is stupidity, but whoever it is then, or whoever it was, whoever called them out back then, whoever called them out, called out their shenanigans. They say, you are anti-justice, you are going against Mohbad's father, you are this, you are that. But now everything is right here, plain, open for the world to see. Everybody can see. Everybody knows. Everybody, it is visible. It is visible for everybody to see. So they know. They know. It's visible for everybody to see, for everybody to kind of connect the dots together. That's it. So for me, I'm kind of plain about this, and I'll continue to say it. This is not about Mohbad's father. It has never been about Mohbad's father. It has always been about justice for Mohbad. And well, I don't know how long this is going to kind of be like, I don't know how long people are going to kind of mind this, go with this mind game. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that the public will no longer, they will not allow themselves to be hoodwinked again. They will not put out their money. That's it. The public, maybe they might get some few people that are still going along with this shenanigan, story like maybe, oh, if you people love me, donate to Mohbad's father. If you people love me, now they said, oh, we are cutting off every other person. Mohbad's father is a saint. He's just a stupid man who knows nothing. His heart is pure. For where? He knows nothing. And they have something against him. What do they have against him? What do they have against him? What can they have against him? That he had some other women that he met because he was enjoying the fame. He started feeling like, so this is what Mohbad was enjoying. So this is what fame looks like on a low key. Oh, I can have this attention and love. Oh, so I have money now. Oh, what can they use against him? Oh, he took this money out of this. So that's what we are using against him. He has to listen. What is that? They have something against him. That's why he's listening to them. What does that mean? Oh, the man is innocent. So let's kick every other person. Let's demonize every other person. So now it is rich grace that will be. So they allocated someone that will be now Mohbad's father's manager. A married woman, that's what we were told. I don't know, but I don't want to go into personal things. It doesn't matter. These are all grown-up people. Anyone can do whatever. Our focus is on justice for Mohbad. But we don't want to now hear that social events, personal events, human events, kind of played out. We don't want to hear that. And it will not even happen because nobody will pay. Nobody will pay. Nobody will pay. That's the truth of it. Nobody is going to pay to them. That's the truth. Nobody is going to pay. But whoever it is that wishes to put out his or her money, they are free. They can do what they like, how they like it, in whatever way. They are free. But even if someone is going to do anything, I guess they want to pursue it or put their money where they know that justice can be gotten and fought.